Hey there, Vineyard family. Happy Thursday. And for today's Grapevine, I wanted to give you a couple of updates. First of all, a personal one, because many of you have been reaching out to check in on us and ask about us, praying for us. So if you didn't know, Andrea and I both tested positive for COVID early last week. And so we've been navigating, that and quarantining ourselves, trying to keep the rest of our household safe and healthy. So we're well on the way to recovery. We're doing well. In fact, apart from some sort of setback, we expect to be done with quarantine as of Saturday. And so thank you for caring for us. We've felt very loved in the midst of this. The other update is as it relates to what's come out from Central District Health in the way of an advisory or recommendation this week. As of Tuesday night, there was a board meeting, a weekly board meeting from Central District Health, and they came out with an advisory, and part of what it included was a recommendation that churches go virtual. And so I just want to unpack that a little bit. I spent yesterday in meetings, a couple meetings with Central District Health, one of which was a Zoom type call between Central District Health and some hospital representatives from our hospital system and with faith leaders, with Valley pastors. And so I just want to give you an update on that. First of all, if you'd like to watch the Central District Health board meeting from Tuesday night, that's available. You can watch it. I think it's out on YouTube. It's pretty lengthy, and so if you'd rather not watch it, I can summarize a few of the key points as it relates to us. So first of all, what they're seeing is that the rate of coronavirus spread and infection is what they would term aggressive. Okay, that means they're seeing it happen not just in residential type of environments like college dorms or nursing homes or prisons. They're seeing it just throughout the community, really in every pocket of the community. And so as they're watching those numbers go up and seeing how that's going to impact the hospital system, they recognize that we're approaching a crisis status in which doctors and medical workers will not be able to provide the type of care that we would like to give to every member of our community. And so that means making decisions, who gets what kind of care. So not rejecting care for anyone, but recognizing it'll be a triage type situation as we approach this crisis. So, in fact, so as of last night, this is as of Wednesday night, the representative from the St. Luke's Hospital System shared with us their numbers as it relates to ICU. And of the 3 hospitals, so I think Boise, Meridian, Nampa, St. Luke's, they only had 11 ICU beds available that were free. All the others were tied up with patients that either had ICU or some other condition requiring, or either COVID or some other condition requiring ICU. So that's a scary thing for them to only have 11 beds available when they're watching the coronavirus numbers just spiking. That said, what they're just looking to do is how can we slow this down? How can we slow down the community spread? And really, it can't happen unless individuals and organizations are willing to change our behaviors, to change our habits in order to slow down the spread. So what does that mean for us? First of all, let's talk about our Sunday gathering. For our Sunday gathering, for our Sunday worship, we are already primarily virtual. Okay, the majority of our church is gathering on one of those 3 platforms of Facebook Live and YouTube and our Church Life platform. So if you're able to keep doing that, we would encourage you to continue to do that. And hopefully that keeps you connected spiritually, and we're able to continue in that way. We still have a contingent of the church that's been gathering on campus in person, and after consulting with Central District Health, with some members of Central District Health, and looking at our specific environment, we believe that we can continue to have that in-person gathering for those who need that. We can continue to do that if we use our space well and if we tighten up our protocol as it relates to how do we keep from spreading this virus. And so big picture, that means using face masks. That's as we come onto campus, as we leave campus, as we interact with anyone else who's not a member of our household, that we would utilize face masks. And even that we would consider doing that during worship, even while we're distanced from one another. The reality is that for our community, for the church community, one of the most high-risk behaviors that we have is when we get close to pray for one another and when we worship, because we're singing, and so we're projecting what's an airborne virus. And so I'm going to ask you, if you come on campus, to utilize a mask and to utilize a 6-foot distancing. We actually have space to spread out, even to give each other bigger margins than 6 feet. And so I'm going to encourage that and ask you to consider wearing a mask throughout the time that you're gathered on campus for the sake of others. And if you're not able to do that, then just make sure you're really spreading out and utilizing the space in the room. So that's for Sundays, and then for our other ministry environments, we just need to do the same thing. We need to keep doing our ministry, because what we're doing is important, not only for ourselves, but many of the things that we do serve others in the community, and they're vital. And so, whether that's a Bible study or a home group or Celebrate Recovery, we have our prayer ministry, we have our food pantry, we have our upcoming Whittier project that's involves a lot of moving parts. I'm just going to ask you to, when you're interacting with others that are not part of your household, to please wear your mask and to give each other distance. We can do this safely and do it out of love for other people. So I think that's it. Our staff, we're going to continue to keep our campus open. We do have some high-risk staff members who will probably be working from home, but we'll keep our campus open. We're going to start doing our meetings by Zoom only. We've been hybrid. We're going to do Zoom only for now. And so lastly, I just want to encourage you, who we are. We are followers of Jesus, and we are called to prefer others. The language of Ephesians is that we would submit to one another out of reverence for Christ, that we would prefer one another. And so this is actually an act of our worship, to lovingly choose behaviors that best love and serve others. And so this is something we can do, something we can do for one another, something we can do for our healthcare workers. The administrator we were talking to last night, he's a doctor in St. Luke's, and he honestly he teared up as he talked about the state of the medical community as they're just weary from all of this. And he said, we don't need more meals or thank you cards. We need people to do your part. And so let's, as a church, let's set a high bar for love. Let's not be the lowest common denominator in our community. Let's set a high bar for love. And in that way, we can keep making the invisible God visible. All right. Thank you. I love you all, and hope to see you soon.